Macmillan Audio presents The Lost Order by Steve Berry. Read for you by Scott Brick.
I'm Steve Berry, and welcome to The Lost Order. 2 years ago, with my novel The Patriot Threat, we introduced audio listeners to something new, the writer's cut. The idea was for me to occasionally enter the presentation and offer an interesting tidbit, a behind-the-scenes detail about the chapter you just heard. Not much, just me traveling along over your shoulder, whispering in your ear from time to time, as Scott Brick brought The Patriot Threat alive. It was something new and different, an experiment, and it worked. The Patriot Threat won the 2015 Best Thriller of the Year from the Audio Publishers Association, which is the Academy Awards of audiobooks. So here we are again with the writer's cut of The Lost Order. I'll be along as Scott Brick brings this new Cotton Malone adventure to life. I hope you enjoy it. But first, some acknowledgments. For the third time, my sincere thanks goes to John Sargent, head of Macmillan, Sally Richardson, who captains St. Martin's, and my publisher at Minotaur, Andy Martin. Also, a huge debt of gratitude continues to Hector DeJean in publicity, Jeff Dodds, and everyone in marketing and sales, especially Paul Hochman. In addition, there is Jen Enderlin, the sage of all things paperback, David Rothstein, who produced the cover, Stephen Seigman for the interior design work, and Mary Beth Roach and her innovative folks in audio. As always, a bow to Simon Lipscar, my agent and good friend, and to my editor, Kelly Ragland, who's a joy to work with. Finally, my thanks to Elizabeth Lax, Kelly's assistant, who is wonderful. Now for a few extra mentions. Meryl Moss and her extraordinary publicity team, especially Deb Zip and Jerry Ann Geller. Jessica Johns and Esther Garver, who continue to keep Steve Berry Enterprises running. Richard Stamm, the curator of the Smithsonian Castle, who showed me the secret spots, fielded countless questions, and helped proof the manuscript. Nancy Gwynn, the director of the Smithsonian Libraries, for giving me the benefit of her careful eye. William Baxter of the Smithsonian Libraries for an excellent tour of the Museum of American History. Jerry Conlon, who provided a similar education about the Museum of Natural History. And Tina Morocco of the Smithsonian Libraries for organizing and participating in an enlightening day across Washington, D.C., which included Tom Wickham, the parliamentarian for the House of Representatives, Matthew Wazinski, the House historian, Kenneth Cato, the associate House historian, Brian Resinger, formerly of Senator Lamar Alexander's office, and Representative Marcia Blackburn, who arranged with her staff a fantastic tour of the Capitol. My sincere thanks to all of you. As always, my wife Elizabeth was there every step of the way, offering nothing but encouragement and a little butt-kicking when necessary. This novel brings the Smithsonian Institution front and center in Cotton's world, something I've wanted to do for some time. I currently have the honor of serving on the Smithsonian Libraries Advisory Board. There are 21 libraries, one located inside every Smithsonian museum and research facility across the country and another in Panama. Each is tucked away, out of the limelight, away from the crowds, but without question these libraries are the intellectual heart of any Smithsonian facility. Collectively, the Smithsonian Libraries form one of the world's greatest repositories of knowledge, used annually by millions of people. The Smithsonian Libraries are currently headed by Nancy Gwynn, who oversees a staff of 130. Together, they help fulfill James Smithson's desire to found at Washington an establishment under the name of the Smithsonian Institution for the increase and diffusion of knowledge among men. But it takes a lot to keep these libraries functioning. For fiscal year 2016, the total was right at $17 million. Congress funds roughly 70% of that annual budget. The other 30% comes from various external, non-taxpayer sources. One of those is corporate and individual contributions. Most are small, others modest, a few large. But combined, for fiscal year 2016, they represent $1.5 million.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?